people. Today is Mystic Mady Monday, so I'm offering my reading for the week. So I was just shuffling before I started my video, and last week the very first card that came out was Stand Your Ground, and wouldn't you believe it that as I was shuffling, Stand Your Ground is coming out again. I'm thinking that this is like maybe for the people who were unable to see the video the first time. This is sort of like starting it out strong. Like, we are totally able to like stand alone, stand for ourselves. And like, as I'm looking at the image of standing your ground, I see this beautiful light around us. That's our guiding light saying like, hey, whatever you need to commit to in yourself, it is important to recognize your light, to stand in your light, and to maybe part of this is recommitting to some boundaries, standing firm and taking time for creative time, whatever it is inside you that you need to commit to. This card is like, hey, people of my page, which aren't very many of y'all, but we love you anyway. Like, this card is for you. The universe wants you to know that. So let's see what else we got this week. Oh my goodness. I got my other two cards came out. Okay. So my next card is Spiritual Unions. So this is an emotional card, and I received this in the inverted position, which some readers don't read inverted, but I like to read them that way sometimes just to be like, maybe there is a moment to stop and take pause and think, what in my spiritual unions could use some attention? Because inversions don't necessarily mean like, oh, I don't have any spiritual unions or whatever, but it could mean that maybe there's a disharmony in the people in your life, maybe within yourself. I think that this card might be about disharmony within ourselves, because I'm like noticing specifically the connection between these two heads. So within yourself, emotionally, you might feel yourself drawn towards opposing ideas, or not quite sure how to make a decision. So maybe like this Stand Your Ground card is a little bit confusing because you're like, well, but I'm feeling a little bit emotionally torn. I think that that's what this is speaking to, not necessarily our interpersonal relationships, although that's how this card is traditionally seen. I'm just seeing in the context of the reading that possibility. And finally, we have obstacles and challenges. And I love when this card comes up because I feel like it's important to acknowledge that we're experiencing obstacles or challenges, but I'm always reassured because this card shows me like, hey, and there's like this big ravine that you could fall into, but there's also the eagle standing beneath you and with you. And you are the eagle, and you embrace your wings and you fly over the ravine, and you know that you are divinely guided. Just like in the Stand Your Ground card, you are surrounded in brilliant, vibrant light. So if you're surrounded in the light and you focus in the light, and that reminds me that even in the spiritual union card, you know, the light is all around and the light is within. So even if you're drawn in two separate directions, there's light in both paths, if that makes sense. So whichever path you choose, and whatever obstacle you might be going through, like, spirit is guiding you. Spirit is never going to leave you. And whatever path you've committed to throughout this week, spirit is going to help you soar over your obstacles. As always, take what you need, leave what you don't. This doesn't resonate with everybody, but this was my reading for you this week. And I love y'all, and I'll see y'all next week. Thank you.